My party's over, y'all, so I get to talk now about the gray offices that Mike just referenced. So this is by far my favorite topic in law school, copyright, trademark, and patent, otherwise known collectively as intellectual property. So copyright and patent are actually constitutionally protected under the US Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, and trademark is a federal act. So it's the Trademark Act of 1946, and it's sometimes called the Lanham Act more commonly, so you'll hear about that. Start with copyright. So copyright's frequently confused with trademark, but I find it helps if you just break down the word, so copy and write. You're preventing others from unauthorized uses of copying. You're not preventing them from making, using, or selling your creation, just copying. What can't you copyright? You can't copyright ideas, facts, expressions, principles, or concepts. We do this for policy reasons. You can trademark expressions, though, and words, and blank forms just gets me every time that someone actually tried to do that. These are the things you can copyright, so they're more familiar to you, probably. Books, music, sound recordings, movies, architecture, fine art, so paintings and sculptures, and derivative works, so like a screenplay adaptation. Has to be original, so this does not have anything to do with merit. You just have to have an independent creation, and it has to have a minimum level of creativity. It also needs to be fixed in a tangible form of expression, like a DVD or a book. Trademark's a whole different ballgame. Trademark's more about brand identity. It's about distinguishing two brands from another and reducing consumer confusion. So it can be anything from the decor of a restaurant, the distinctive shape of a computer, words, symbols. So do you own the mark? It has to be distinctive. So this means it has to be a source identifier. So when I see your mark, I know exactly what it is and where it came from. The more arbitrary your mark is, the stronger it is. So like Apple for computers is a great example. Do you own the mark? You actually have to use the mark in commerce, so it's not like copyright where you can create the book of the century and just keep it hidden in your closet. You just have to use it in commerce, and this doesn't mean that you have to make money off it. If it did, then most of the startups in Silicon Valley wouldn't be protected. And registration's really important. So you can file a use application which says, hey, I've already started using this, or you can file an intent to use, which says, hey, I'm not ready yet, but I really want to use this. Don't confuse it with copyright. They're very, very distinct for very different reasons. Copyright is all about incentivizing people to create, whereas trademark is about distinguishing the goodwill in a brand. I want to talk about patents. Patents are a really hot topic right now, especially in Silicon Valley and with all the legislation going on with trolls. Kind of want to dispel some misconceptions that people have around them and what exactly makes them up. So with patents, you're looking at the innovation embodied in an object. Gets a little bit complicated now with software in the cloud, but for simplicity's sake, let's go with the object. And the text is actually what matters. A lot of people focus on the drawings because they're really nice and pretty, but it's the text. Can't patent abstract matters, laws of nature, natural phenomena. Doesn't matter if you've discovered it. If you didn't invent it, you can't patent it. You can't patent surgical procedures for clear policy reasons, but you can patent the machines used. So for a patent, has to be patentable subject matter, has to be new, can't be obvious with all the things going around, has to do something, and you have to tell us how you did it in full disclosure. So full detail, you have to tell us. So why should you care? It's a really dense legal topic, right? So I think you should care, one, because you encounter things protected by copyright, trademark, and patent every waking hour of your life. Even me speaking on this stage, you're encountering things protected. And it's also really important, if you've created something that falls under these three categories, you should know if you've created something, and you should know so you can start registering and protect yourself, because it's really, really important for infringement purposes. You can't get certain damages, if you don't register, and even with patent, you don't get protection unless you register. So it's really, really important that you do these things if you want protection. So why do we have IP protection? Well, we have it because we're constantly balancing the need for it with free competition. So we want to incentivize you to create these things and share them with the world, but we want to give you a reward for a very limited time so that you feel like you've recouped your investment. So I hope I brought some light to a very interesting and dense topic. Thank you so much.